hardest things for disabled people generally, particularly wheelchair users, when the kitchen hasn't been designed correctly, are getting hot things in and out of an oven, transferring things from one side of the room to the other, taking something out of the fridge, and then having, how do you get it from the fridge, or how do you get something from the oven onto a worktop? So many times over the years I've been rung by a visually impaired person saying, I cannot read the controls on my oven, I just can't see them. But how revolutionary to actually have an oven that you can speak to, so you can say, Alexa, turn my oven on to 180 degrees. All of a sudden, we can start designing for people with very severe conditions, and we can get them being independent again.
Neff has a range of unique features within their appliances. We haven't necessarily designed them to be accessible, but they're accessible through their design.
So Sue, show me the different ways you can operate these Neff ovens.
Okay, so Adam, this is our what we would call our full touch 3. So this has got the largest TFC screen, so it's super responsive in terms of how you would set it. This is on our very sort of super premium. You can also add the 2 twist pads that we have. So basically what that does is it allows you to have the control that you would with the dial. So this one will change how they're going to, what they're going to cook. So that would be, you know, if they wanted to bake some bread, and then you can just press play. So it's super easy to do. With the voice activation, so you'd have your Home Connect app, you'd have your...
Which is on your phone.
On your phone,
yeah.
You'd pair your appliance, and then you can use that to kind of set the temperature, turn it on, set the duration, so it's just really easy to kind of be able to use. And obviously you'll get a notification, so whether that's a buzz or a visual, that just tells you when it's all done.
And that's working off the phone, and you can also use it via voice activation?
Yes, voice activation.
And what systems does that connect with?
So that will connect with Google and Alexa. When you come to our N50, we also know people do like a traditional control, but obviously if someone has dexterity issues, this has got more of that traditional kind of pop-out sword dial. So they just would turn that round, and then they just adjust their temperature on this one.
Shall I show you how a one-handed person or
Absolutely,
somebody with
yeah.
limited arm movement
Sure.
can use? So well, first off, I'll pull the shelf out, and I'd pull this out to protect my legs.
Okay.
The door then slides down and can slide in. I would then bring the worktop up to shelf level. And then you can just bring the shelf out. Obviously, if it's actually hot, you would have gloves on. And then you can literally slide something from worktop to oven or vice versa without ever having to lift.
So now I'm going to show you how we've used the voice activation to actually open the fridge door. Alexa, open the fridge.
Okay.
Now that is incredible, because again, that's one of the issues that somebody with limited hand function really struggles with. Who's opening the door because the vacuum seal on a fridge or freezer, to be able to have the seal broken and then just be able to pull the door open is amazing.
Everyone has been blown away by the Rise and Fall workbench. They think it is absolutely superb in terms of sort of how we can adjust it. So obviously we could adjust it for a wheelchair user, but also if someone wanted to stand, so in a multi-generational kitchen,
yeah.
they can show how it would come up. What we've got shown here is our induction hob with our twist pad. These will use smart technology. These will talk to each other. And so when you start to kind of work on start to cook on your hob and you're creating steam and odour, your hood will automatically adjust itself to kind of what you're doing. Accessibility is really important for Neff as a brand, and we're also really considering accessibility in all of our touch points. So it's not just the appliance, it's actually how people will engage with us as a brand. So our website, our social media, our brochure, and how people that have an accessible need can access the brand.